Thomas here with Much Props, going to give you another how-to video. Today I am building something a bit weird. Now, in 2 days, my birthday is coming up, and I thought it would be fun to make a birthday cake. No, I'm not talking about the typical flour, sugar, eggs, that type of stuff. I'm talking about making it a prop. And not only that, but making it weird, because that's what we do here on the channel. So today I am making a slice of a birthday cake. Kinda. Let's get to building. In my family, we have tons of birthdays clustered together. Over the span of 2 weeks at the end of May and beginning of June, there is 10 that I can think of off to the top of my head. So a weird cake character seemed appropriate for this build. I found some reference images and freehanded a slice into pieces of 10mm and 48mm foam. Use a sharp hobby knife or a box cutter and be careful pulling through the foam. Keep your hands clear of the path of the blade. You may notice some changes. I am currently remodeling the entire build room I am sitting in. Most notable is the table that I have had since the beginning of my channel. I will have to adjust my workflow, but I'm excited about opening up the possibilities for not having a glass top build table. I have no plans drawn up, and I am literally just making this up as I go. After staring at the wedges for a few minutes, I decided to add some shape to them to allow for a mouth to be in the frosting layer in the middle. I cut slopes out of the top and the bottom, large wedges to give a bit of room. I end up cutting a wedge on the back side of the top piece to make the mouth angle more drastic. If you're interested in the changes to my build room, I'll be posting some stuff on my Patreon and possibly social media. If there's enough interest, I could make a video of the workspace here on YouTube. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like a shop tour. Warning for any tropophobics out there. I'm about to put hundreds of holes in the smooth closed cell foam. If that's your trigger, you may want to look away, skip ahead, or watch one of the almost 600 build videos that I have here on the channel. I put a little rounded rotary bit on my rotary tool and just go full hog, boring out hundreds of holes over the sides of this large wedge to make it look closer to the structure of a piece of cake. We celebrate birthdays as a reminder that against all odds, questionable life choices, mysterious bruises, bumps, and cuts, and an unhealthy amount of late night snacking, we've managed to survive another trip around the sun. It's not just about cake and candles, though those are pretty vital. It's about celebrating the fact that we're still here, still weird, still figuring it out, one awkward moment at a time. Birthdays are our yearly excuse to be celebrated for just existing, and honestly, we've earned it. I carved a line texture into the middle of my icing layer and am ready to glue my 4 parts together with super glue. Normally I'd use contact cement here, but I'm in the middle of reorganizing everything and could not for the life of me find it. I'm so excited to get rid of some of the clutter that comes with a one-man production in the back bedroom of his house. The new furniture additions should help me stay organized and keep things nice and tidy. Once all the parts are glued together, I trim another piece of 10mm foam to fit on the back side of the cake slice. Like any self-respecting cake maker who moonlights as a foam wizard, I'm adding some classy decorative trim to the top of my cake, not just for flair, but to hide some of the chaotic edges here. This was totally intentional. In my opinion, the best cakes always have a generous amount of icing dramatically piped around the edges because nothing screams professional like covering mistakes up with style. To mimic that sugary convection, I'm taking a 24mm EVA dowel, slicing it in half, and then gluing it right over the top of the wedge. Instant frosting illusion. When you're sanding EVA foam, wear a respirator and work in a well-ventilated area because you do not want to breathe in the dust. Now time to add the weird part. My game plan is to make a piece of cake that's trying to lick its own icing. Holding up the 48mm foam to my cake slice, I mentally come up with a plan to make a curvy, swervy tongue. You could probably achieve similar looks with a piece of 10mm foam shaped and then heated to make the curves, but as this will be a self-supporting structure and I don't want to search for the wire in my piles of chaos, I'm just going to carve mine instead, similar to the cake wedges. I make a bulk carving to get the basic shape, then start rounding over edges and sanding in valleys and peaks. Now, I could easily get an actual candle to just glue on the top or even find one that lights up from the craft store, but instead I'm making a fast and easy one out of more of that 24mm EVA dowel. The first portion will just be the candle, simple cylinder. The second chunk I'm going to carve in a vague shape of a simplified flame that I'll be painting a fade onto in a minute. Birthday candles are the universal way of reminding us that fire hazards are totally acceptable if there's cake involved. Nothing says celebration like sticking tiny flaming torches into a dessert and asking someone to lean over and blow their spit all over it, while everyone else stands around clapping and smiling like this is a completely normal behavior. 2 coats of Plasti Dip. Follow up with a spray paint coat of brown for the cake base. I bought a couple of silicone mats to lay down for painting, hopefully to protect my cutting mat and table so that they don't get all stained up. I pull out some acrylic paints and begin to paint the rest of my cake. The process is pretty straightforward. Lay down a base color for each part, then dry brush on lighter and lighter versions of that color until I'm happy with the variations. And that's pretty much it for this one. If you are a June baby, you are instantly cooler in my book. I hope you enjoyed this weird little build, and I look forward to seeing you next week for more crazy antics. And we are finished. Here is the end result. Overall, I think it turned out pretty good. It is something that could be done relatively quickly. If you didn't have the thick foam, you could build up layers of 10 millimeter. But yeah, maybe you will try and make one of these yourselves and impress your friends with your ability to pull something out of nowhere and just, I don't know, make something just to be weird. Yeah. Maybe you'll get some. Yay! And inevitably, they're gonna ask you, how'd you make that? You can give them one of these. Tell them, much props. Time to blow out the candle and make a wish. If you enjoy what I do here on YouTube and would like to see more builds like this one, please consider joining these awesome people listed here with me over on my Patreon to build a bigger, better, more creative community together.